Moral of this story, if you do not put correct windshield fluids for the conditions, your transmission might stop functioning correctly. And what do you know? You hear that sound? That's an engine light sound. Every single gear is selected. Stuck. Hey guys, Robert is here, and there is a good chance if you are watching this video right now that your car's transmission is stuck in the park, you cannot get out of it, and even if you know how to override it, put it in a drive, you can only drive in single gear. That's all you get, one gear. So if you are lucky enough to have exactly same car as mine and have exactly same symptoms, this might be your lucky day. I'm going to show you how to fix it and fix it fast. Actually, a grandma could do it. That's how simple it is. So if your car has exactly same symptoms as mine did, and I'm gonna go over those symptoms in just a sec so you could compare and see if you are dealing with the same problem. This time was not a shifter itself, and I know about the shifter because I did fixed it before. Here it is, here is the part. There's extremely famous pink thingy inside of it. Small plastic thing breaks off, the spring is not pulling what it should pull, and that's what keeps it from shifting it. So this is not this problem this time. And plus, can you imagine grandma changing it? Should have to be a very handy grandma. So before I show you the symptoms, what to look for, I'm gonna show you that the car is running. I do not have an engine light on the dash and transmission shift. So I'm gonna start the engine and I'm gonna shift into the drive. Now that we know that the car works perfect, let's brake it so I could show you those symptoms so you would know what to look for. And what do you know? You hear that sound? That's an engine light sound, but we already saw the engine light on, and look at the gear. Every single gear is selected. Let's see if we can shift now. Pressing the brakes. Stuck. Now I want to take this car for a test drive, but it is stuck in the parking. How do I do that? And this tip might help you sometimes in life if you're gonna be stuck somewhere. You pull this thing out. There is tiny little piece, a plastic piece, where you press it in with your finger, and with the other hand you shift it. This is the only way to put a transmission in the drive right now. Test run with a stuck transmission. My gears are all selected, every single one of them, and on the bottom one displays 8. I do not have 8 gears. Car is shaking. It's not changing gears. And the last thing to look for is to see if the water is being sprayed on your windshield. So I'm going to turn the wipers on and I'm going to try to spray some water. As you can see, water is not coming out, so this is a telltale sign what to look for next. So because the engine light is on, I scanned with OTB scanner, and there is a code U0103. Lost communication with gear shift module. So if you have the same problems, I'm going to show you how to fix it now. I am at the front of the car where the fuse box is. Inside the fuse box, you need to locate a spot number 9, and spot number 9 is right there. If you are not sure, just take a look at this chart inside the fuse box lid. Locate number 9. There is a 5 written on this little fuse. I'm pulling it out, and this little bugger is fried. Now remember I said a grandma could fix this one? If she had a second fuse, all she gotta do is put a good fuse in. And let's see how the car is acting now. The fuse is back in. I'm gonna start the car. I will see if the engine light goes off, and I want to see if the gears are being selected, and if there is number 8 as well. So as you can see, there is no engine light anymore. The gear is in the parking right now. Number 8 is nowhere to be found, and we can shift to drive. Let's go for a quick drive now. And let's see. The car is shifting. It's driving nice. Problem has been fixed. So now that the car is fixed, let me tell you how I broke it so maybe you can avoid the same mistake. I started the car on very cold morning. It was way below freezing temperature. The car was functioning fine. I drove away quite a few miles from my house. I wanted to wash a windshield because it was dirty. I tried to spray some water, but it was just not coming out. I was clicking and clicking, and all of a sudden the transmission just got crazy. The RPMs went up, and it was not shifting through the gears. So I pulled to the side of the road, stopped my car, hoping, turned the engine off, hoping maybe that's going to be a quick fix, maybe there's some kind of glitch. Started the car again, and I could not shift out of the park at all. The transmission was just stuck at that point. So lucky for me, I knew how to release the transmission. I shifted in, I start driving, and all I get is a single gear. So I get home and thinking like maybe it's a transmission problem, maybe it's a similar part that I dealt before, the little famous pink thingy, and this is the part that I pressed to release the transmission. Press it in, shifts in, works good. This was not a part this time. I checked it, the spring, it was working fine. So I scanned with OTB and I get the code. In the store, they suggest that possibly the little module that is on this thing is not communicating with other electronics in the car. So I went on and I ordered the whole thing. It came in, I placed it in the car, same problem. Now I was a little bit confused at this time what to do. Few days passed by since the moment the car broke down till the part came in. Outside got much warmer, 50s or 60s I would say. So I'm sitting all confused in the car and I'm looking at my ugly windshield. I'm like, okay, well at least I'm gonna wash a windshield right now. I'm trying to wash it and it's not washing it at all. I'm like, okay, well maybe it's a fuse. So I go in, I pull the fuse, sure enough it's bad. I stick another fuse in. I came in to wash my windshield from inside the car. Now all of a sudden the transmission gears that before was selected in the circles, that whole thing is gone. So I start the car and I shift the transmission, so suddenly it's all fixed. And just then it dawned to me that by me in a cold day trying to spray some water on the windshield, I must have blown that fuse, because the water was frozen in the tank and the little pump either couldn't spin or got overheated and blew that fuse. So here's a funny part. While somebody engineered this car, may made tiny little bitty miscalculation that could lead you to thinking that maybe your transmission failed, and it's all by not switching your windshield fluid from the summer to winter. That's all it is. So guys, I hope this video helped you. Please let me know what you think about my whole experience. Maybe you want to share something with your experience. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And the moral of the story, if you do not put correct windshield fluids for the conditions, your transmission might stop functioning correctly.